servant into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered them to his goods. You know, the man that was going on this trip, you know, he was a wealthy man. He had money, and he could hire servants and stuff. But what he wanted them to do, Brother Mitch, is invest. He said, I'm going to invest. I want you to invest when I give you some money. You know, if we take money down to the bank, the reason we invest a lot of times is because we want to see it grow. You know, Sister Jessica works at the bank, and most times she can tell you which way is the wisest to invest that money. If it's in CDs, or if it's in savings, or maybe, you know, I don't know that much about banking, but she can probably tell you which way is the wisest way to bank. Well, you know, this is what this man said. You know, he said, I'm going to leave each and every one of you some money. He says in 2:1, he gave 5 talents. He divided the money among the 3 servants, each receiving different amount in proportion to his abilities. You know, a lot of times what we get to thinking, brother, is, oh, you know, Lord won't put no more on me than I'm able to bear.
That's right.
That's true, but how do we think that? We think that way as far as evil stuff. Maybe stuff that we're going through, pressures and stuff. Maybe, you know, we've heard it many times as in pressures, he won't put no more on me than I'm able to bear. But you know, he will not put no more gifts on you. When Brother Mitch, I'm going to use him a lot for an example, but before he started preaching, maybe when he was 14, 15 years old, you didn't see him play the organ. You didn't see him play the piano, but teach, preach. All these gifts at one time piled upon him. God said, according to your ability, I'm going to let you go through this. I'm going to let you learn to play the piano.
That's right.
And maybe one day I'm going to let you. You know the reason that he does that, Sister Janelle, is because at the end time, you can't say, Lord, I really couldn't do all this. He'll look back and say, you know what? I didn't put it all on you at one time. To their abilities, so he gave one. The different sums of monies point out how God recognizes each person as a unique individual with various circumstances and different personalities. He understands that, Brother. We're not, you know, a lot of times we use our feeble mind to think how God thinks. We try to think above God. So what we try to do is tell God, I can't do it. God knows if you can do it or not. Right. He knows if you're capable or not. But a lot of times we the one that puts it on ourselves. It says, and another one, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway he took his journey. So God, you know, he recognizes what he gives each person is exactly what that person can handle. So if any of these servants failed in the assignment, his excuse could not be that he was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed, Lord. Remember, at that time, if the Lord would give you to put the preaching and all these on you at 14 years old, you'd probably been overwhelmed with it.
That's right.
But he didn't do that. He said each thing. He says, Mitch, I'm going to give you the talent to play the piano. It was up to you if you wanted to play it. Then after you learned that, he said, hey, you know, Brother Mitch, he can play that piano. I'm going to sit and let him learn to play the organ. Then he learned to play the organ. Well, you know, I've seen the good he's done in this stuff, so I'm going to let him maybe lead singing. He done good in that. Maybe be pastor. Each and everything that God said, he didn't overwhelm him in it. He let him have steps to take. That's what they're doing to these servants and stuff. It says the money represents any kind of resource that believers are given. God gives us time, ability, and other sources according to our ability, and he expects us to invest them wisely until he returns. He wants us to sit and use these gifts wisely. These talents that he's given us, he wants us to use them wisely, not to make excuses and stuff. It says, according to when he comes back, then he that received 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. You know, this man, he went and traded. He said, hey, I'm going to trade. I'm going to do good. And likewise, he that received 2, he also gained other 2. You know, he done good. He went and done what he's supposed to do. It says, but he that received 1 went and dug in the earth and hid his Lord's money. He went and hid this money. So, Brother Mitch, if we took right now and we went down where Jessica works, like I say, she works at the bank. So, in other words, if we took $1 million down there and told them to invest this, okay, why do we have it invested? Sister Jessica, why do we, most times, why does a man, okay, what would happen to each and every one of us to make more money, as she says? That's what you invest, to make more money. Okay, now what if we took and went down to the bank after we took it down there, and we walk in and say, Jessica, I come to get my interest off my money. She says, well, you know, really what I've done is the bank has went and dug a hole and buried your money. Well, and just buried your money in the ground and stuff. You know what?